Today we've got a little bit of a different video for you. I don't often open up about my personal life, and I don't often explain what I've got going on in here or what's going on at all, or even what I've got planned for the future of this channel. I'm definitely a person who keeps stuff tight to the chest. But let me say, 2024 was a year I will remember for the rest of my life. So many ups, so many downs this year. But best of all, memories that I have that will last a lifetime. In large part because of a lot of you. I have a lot of good memories from streaming this year, from making videos, from making content, from running my Discord. I have a lot of cool people that I talk to on a regular basis from this community. We do have a really cool little corner of the internet carved out just for little old me, and I am extremely thankful for that. Let's start off with the ups. I'm reading off of a script just to be completely transparent. I have a lot of stuff I want to say, and I want to make sure that I get through everything. First off, I do want to say that I got married to my lovely wife, Samantha. We got married in September. It was awesome. We took a little honeymoon and went to spooky Savannah. We went on a cool little ghost tour. We spent a whole week there, actually. It was really cool. The wedding was super cool. We had it at this little lake estate. Had the boys there. Had a lot of my family there. I wish I got to spend more time with a lot of the people that came through, but with everything that just gets so hectic, you don't really get to spend as much time with every single person, but you try to spend as much time as you can with everybody. But I'm thankful for everybody that came to that. It was a really good time. This year, I started to also focus more on YouTube and growing this community. We've hit almost 5,000 subscribers. At the very moment I'm recording this, I have 4,783 subscribers, and we started the year off at just over 2,000. I am extremely thankful for each and every one of you, and it means so much to me, so much to me that you're all here. I am finally starting to button up a lot of the projects around my house. As you can maybe tell, I don't quite have everything buttoned up. You can see the trim is missing from the house. There are other oddball projects that I need to get done, but I am starting to make progress with that. I'm doing it all myself. I've done all the flooring myself. I've done all the trim myself. I've done all the demo myself. I like to learn how to, try and do things for myself. And that's one thing I can thank my parents for. You definitely showed me more than a lot of other people's parents on how to, be a little handy around the house. I know this part sounds really weird. I've actively been trying to talk to people in real life more. Social situations bring me a lot of anxiety. Even at work, I feel extremely on edge. So I've been trying to even talk to coworkers more, but it has actually gotten so much easier over the last 4 months that I've been pretty consistently trying to go out of my way to talk to people. It is a learned skill for sure. For some of the downs, and I am not looking for anybody's sympathy or pity or anything, I just want to be entirely transparent. I've been struggling with feelings of depression and existential feelings of directionlessness in my life. There is a lack of fulfillment I feel in large parts of my days that are just feeling like wasted time, and I just don't care about certain things at all. I stack shelves for a living. I make decent money doing what I do, but essentially what I do is stack poison on a shelf. And I won't go into more detail on that, but it's not actual poison. It is a food product. This part is hard to get through. This is definitely the hardest hitting part of what I have to say. I can get through this. I promise. Being so far away from my family and my friends hits extremely hard around the holidays. I try to bury myself in work to not think about it, but because of that work, I've only gone home one time in the last 3 years to visit. I regret that a lot. I have not made the time for them that I should be. My wife and I obviously made the decision to move very far away, and we knew exactly what we're getting into. I'm actually not even that upset that I moved. I love it here where I'm at. I just wish I could have access to seeing my family more. A video chat once a week just never feels like quite enough. There's gonna be so much cutting out of this video. Holy crap. I'm a crybaby. Straight up, I'm a very emotional person. I also know this is extremely low-hanging fruit, but because most people don't actually like their jobs, but my job actively makes me feel useless because it's a mindless manual labor job, and guilty because I know it's unhealthy for people to purchase. It feels like my only escape from the monotony of daily life is streaming and talking to chat. It is my escape, literally. I try to delve into even different characters in my own brain just so I can kind of get out of my own body, if that makes sense. Once I become myself in the stream, I feel like I get really, really into my own head. There have been so many extremely supportive viewers over the last year and a half on this channel, and I've got tons of goals for the future of this. Sorry, I wanted to pivot away from talking about my family because I could not get through that for the life of me. There was more I wanted to say, but I just had to cut it off there. I had already been recording for a very long time. I broke this video down into like 4 parts. I wanted to explain 2024, the ups and the downs. I wanted to explain my YouTube goals and my personal goals. I could talk about each and every number I would like to hit, but that feels extremely empty to me. And that's not exactly what I'm doing this for. Sure, 10,000, 100,000, or even 1 million subscribers would be perfect and amazing. That would be super cool. But personally, I go live to have conversations and get to know the people and, you know, find new people to talk to. I've had the privilege to have conversations with so many different people around the world, and that is extremely cool to me. And yes, my goal eventually would be to make this a full-time career, because ever since I was 12 years old, I've been making YouTube content. I haven't been diligent about making YouTube content for 16 years, but over the last 16 years, I have been making YouTube videos. I remember a day before there was even YouTube monetization. It was just about putting out creative pieces or funny pieces and sharing it with people. And that's kind of like why I fell in love with it. It has changed a lot to become more of a career for a lot of people, but that's not really what made me fall in love with YouTube. And there's just been something about it that I can't get away from. I want to try and figure a way to make that happen. And I know it's going to take years, and to become an overnight success, I need to put years and years of work, not only on my content, but on myself. And then maybe there's a small chance that I can also achieve my goals. And to me, that is all worth it. There's nothing I've ever been more passionate about. I've always just loved to do this. I've sat in front of a camera for a large portion of my life. I also want to make more collaborative content. I love making videos with my friends. Juice and Tropius, they are 2 people that I've enjoyed making content with over the last year. We've done a lot of stuff together. Hopefully I can convince a couple more of my friends to become creators as well. There's a few that I have in mind that I think would actually make really cool content creators, but you know, not everybody's super into it. Like, you'd have to want to do it. And I know Juice and Tropius both really, really want to do it, and they both have a passion for it. And I know we all want to follow this passion full time on YouTube, but I understand we all are at different points in our lives where responsibility 100% takes priority over passion projects like these. This is a YouTube channel. There is a lot of risk involved in taking something like this full time. You never know when the views are going to dry up, essentially. You can always innovate. You can always, you know, try new things, but there is no guarantee with YouTube. And that's what makes it extremely hard when you're an adult. But once you realize that bills need to get paid, you kind of have to take yourself and make the more mature decision, even if this is what you want to do. And I know all 3 of us are working diligently to make these goals a reality. I am extremely proud of the accomplishments they have made within the last year. The accolades I would like to talk about for Tropius is he has 3 Pokemon Ironmon crowns, which blows me away. He makes really interesting content because this type of a challenge is not made for the faint of heart. This takes thousands of retries. You are playing essentially the same game over and over and over again, thousands of times, hoping there's a chance to complete the game, because you get one Pokemon with random abilities, random moves, and you have to fight against randomized Pokemon with randomized moves. You get one for an entire game. And with Soul Silver, it's 2 games. It's extremely impressive and very difficult to do. So I give him props for beating 3 of the games. And Juice, he blew away not only my expectations, but his own expectations. He did not think before the end of the year he was going to hit even 10,000 subscribers, and he hit 12. I remember just a few months ago, he was thinking, will it happen? Will it not happen? And to both of our surprises, he crushed his goals. And I'm really excited for some of the stuff that I know he has coming through the pipelines, because I've actually seen some of the stuff that he has coming through the pipelines, and it's very impressive. He has like 6 months worth of shorts that are just on the ready. I know this last year he hasn't put out nearly as much content as he was putting out the year before because life got in the way, but he has diligently been working behind the scenes on a lot of stuff, and that's really cool to see. This year I would like to make much more long format content as well. I really go ham with shorts because it's something I know I can do from start to finish in one day. And currently, that's about all the time I have to put towards content. If I wanted a long format video done, it's going to take me weeks and or months to complete if I want it to be more thought-provoking and interesting. And that's just time I don't personally have. And putting months into a video that I have no idea if people even want to see is something I would do, but it's not something that I feel like I could do on a consistent enough basis. I found a format that works on YouTube, which is the quizzes. It does relatively well. It's very niche, but it does relatively well for my channel. You want to hear all of the facts so you can deduce what character or Pokemon it is. And it's also really good for interactions. Either you're liking the video, disliking the video, or commenting. And those have easily the most comments because the comments are the answer. And that does really well in the algorithm for me. And once you watch one, a lot of the times it gets into your algorithm and you'll watch the next one and the next one and the next one. And I have a lot of return viewers for that. I'm not a Pokemon channel. I probably should be, but I know enough about Pokemon to make these quizzes. They're relatively easy for me and I enjoy it. I do actually enjoy making those because I think it's a really interesting concept, but I think it's unique enough to call my own. And I don't really see anybody else, or I don't think I've actually ever seen another channel really do what I do. And if they do, it's probably another niche channel like mine. I personally enjoy more thought-provoking content. I'm currently in the process of writing a few videos. One is kind of a goofy video about Pokemon cards and my strange addiction Pokemon cards. I don't know how I'm going to make that. That is definitely a future project. I wanted to release that the week after my wedding, but honestly, just so many things happened in the last few months that it's just been insane, and I haven't been able to have time to really sit down and finish that up. I'm currently experimenting with a different format. This is another really interesting one for me. I'm currently making another video that goes over whether or not the introduction of Twilight Princess helps or hurts the game experience. And I am curious about that one myself. I've been writing that one for a while. That one's in the works. I actually have about 3 pages written for that one so far. So that one's probably about half done, I would say. That one's probably going to be a 15 to 20 minute video. This isn't exactly a Zelda channel or a Pokemon channel. I don't really have a number one. Obviously, it would probably be Zelda. It's pretty dang close, but I want to experiment with different formats and garner an audience not only for one niche, but for probably the entire gaming genre. And I want people to follow me for all sorts of videos because I'm never going to stick with one thing. And if you think I'm going to stick with one thing, you are at the wrong channel. I will be doing other things. I enjoy Final Fantasy. I enjoy Dark Cloud. That's one of my favorite games of all time, but I've never played it on the channel because I'm so stupidly preoccupied with the numbers and wanting to see them go up. And that game is 20-year-old game and nobody's going to want to watch it. So I struggle with the thoughts of, you know, if I do pivot to a different kind of game, will it garner the same audience as, say, Pokemon or Zelda? And for the most part, no, they won't. But I just have to do it for myself. That being said, that's pretty much the goals that I have with YouTube. I have no number goals, really. 10,000 would be nice by the end of the year, but you know, that's not really a goal for me. I just want to make good content. I just want to continue to make better and better content year over year. I look at content from the beginning of last year and I'm like, it's hard to watch. I look at the content from just even a few months ago and that's even hard to watch. Some of the new stuff is hard to watch, to be honest, but I feel like I am getting better at making content. Let's move on to my personal goals. I want to start eating healthier. I have definitely gotten into a routine over the last few months of eating like crap, especially since the wedding. The wedding set off a chain reaction because that honeymoon, we went out every single meal pretty much, and it was glorious. I'm not saying I regret it. I do feel like crap and my stomach hurts a lot, so that's definitely one thing I want to get more in check. And I've been really strict on my diet before. Like, I have no problem with going back. It's just being more thoughtful about it and just doing it. I want to work out more consistently. I work out, but it's like sporadic. I need to get more on a regimen because of YouTube and work and me having to do like 6 days of work in between having holidays and stuff like that. It's gotten a lot more inconsistent and I just need to go 2 or 3 days a week, just be consistent. I walk a lot, so I'm not super worried about the cardio. I do between 10 and 12,000 steps a day, depending on the day. And yeah, I just want to be more diligent about it, you know? I want to be more diligent about getting the proper amount of sleep. Lately, I've been not even focusing at all about sleep. Sleep has been on the back burner a lot for me, and it's terrible. It's not something that I want. It's more of a circumstance of me either being overthinking or me just being like stupid about it. Sometimes I'll go do something else, or like I'll start editing a video at like 10:30 at night and I know I have to get up at 5 in the morning. I'm just stupid about it a lot, and I really need to start getting a proper 7 to 8 hours of sleep because I know when I'm not getting enough sleep, and you can tell when I'm not getting enough sleep. Like last night, I got enough sleep. I got 8 hours of sleep, really good sleep. I got up at 7 in the morning, went to bed at like 10:30, and I feel pretty good right now. Here's some more serious personal goals. These are things that I don't know if I should share. I might cut this out. I'm not entirely sure. I need to start being more positive in my own life. I am a extremely pessimistic person with a lot of self-doubt. You see me on stream or in videos, and that's not real life. You see a exaggerated version of me. I do put on a face that everything is always okay, but that's not exactly what I feel inside. I need to stop being so dang hard on myself and feeling like a failure because I'm not where I imagined myself being. I had extremely lofty goals. I thought I was going to be directing movies, and I thought I was going to be just in a better place in my life. Because I'm like, oh, 30? That's old. You're almost there, buddy. I always think about how other people get so much further at younger age. Like, oh, Post Malone was rich by 21 or something stupid like that. And that's just not me. I'm not him. I'm me. And I put these stupid, unrealistic expectations on myself because of people on Instagram. Oh, they have the perfect life, but that's not real life, and they're probably not as happy as they look. Not everybody's happy, and you know, I exude the same exact stupid things. Like, I put on a face that everything is okay even when I don't feel it. It's just like putting an Instagram filter on. It's so stupid. I put extremely unrealistic expectations on my shoulders that I know I can't attain in unrealistic timelines. I'm just getting upset at myself right now. What the heck? This is really weird. It's okay. I need to stop setting myself up for failure. I tend to tell people what they want to hear in the moment, even if I have zero intentions on following through with what I say. I really do need to stick to my word more, and I just need to have more follow through. If I say something, I really gotta mean it, and it even bleeds through in content. The thought of disappointing people, even in the moment, kills me inside, and I hate it so much. And then I'll tell them what they want to hear, and everything's good until they realize that it's never going to happen, and that sucks. And I hate doing that to people, and that's something that I want to change. It's 2025. It's a new year. I'm a couple days late, couple dollars short, but that's okay. There's just some things I just had to get out there and talk about. This part is off script. Now it's going to be ramble time. This is a 50-minute recording. I'm hoping it's more like 15 minutes when I'm done editing it, because there's a lot of dead air. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, great new year. I'm hoping we start off this year strong. I want to continue the momentum of the channel, and let's see where things take us. Hopefully this is a big year. Thank you all so much for being here with me through this journey. It truly means the world to me. There is just so much I had to say. I love doing this. I really, really do. I want to take it to the next level, and I think, and I know that I can do it. If you want to stick with me through the journey, I appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And here's to a great year. Let's start it off right. Take care.